Hyperthermia, or heat therapy, is one of the most powerful tools we use at Arcadia Clinic. There are different ways to work with heat therapy, for instance as whole body hyperthermia. A whole body hyperthermia treatment takes 3 to 4 hours and exposes the patient to infrared light while the nurse sits aside the patient and helps the patient to endure the therapy. The aim is to raise the body core temperature to fever range temperatures, which is 39.5 Celsius or 103 to maximum 105 Fahrenheit. This is the temperature a healthy body develops to overcome viruses. And we use the same biochemical strategies to kill cancer cells. Fever, when induced and controlled in a medical device, in a medical treatment, is something that activates the self-healing capacity of our body that has got lost in many of our patients. Fever is stimulating a lot of beneficial immunological reactions. Fever helps the body to detoxify, and fever allows the drugs that we administer parallel to the whole body hyperthermia to enter deeper into the tissues and to reach a higher plasma level in the areas where we want it to work.
Another way to get to a full fever state is through a sauna. We just made a homemade one, basically in a closet. Hi. I realize how scared you are if you've been recently diagnosed with cancer. The good news is that using natural protocols, you can get yourself into remission. Over 2.5 years ago that I was diagnosed and told that I wouldn't live a year without doing the cut, burn, or poison approach. And I chose natural protocol. And I have no doubt in my mind that I took the best approach for me. Absolutely no doubt whatsoever. What I ended up doing was, when I discovered that I had cancer and Jody and me were dealing with the whole situation, there was a lot of information. There was a lot of books. There was a lot of YouTubes and stuff. And the big problem was that trying to figure out which therapy should I take, because there's so many of them. I wondered, how many of these therapies are effective? How many of them are just spin, where somebody's trying to make a buck? I tried to figure out what would work, and that was really tricky. So after reading over 100 natural health books on a wide variety of disciplines, from TCM to Ayurveda to Metabolic, Naturopathic, Urology, Reflexology, you name it, I've read it. I discovered that they all had some common denominators when it came to getting the body healthier and defeating, your cancer and getting into remission. One was your digestion. You have to have strong digestion. If you don't have strong digestion, then you don't break down your food. And when the food isn't broken down, you have large particles that go through your intestinal system, and they're breeding grounds for pathogenic type of critters that you don't want inside of you. Bacteria, yeast, protozoa. All that bogs your system down and overruns. It helps to put a burden on your immune system. So you need to have strong digestion. You don't want to feed any bad critters in your body. The next step is you have to assimilate and absorb properly. And to assimilate and absorb properly, you have to have in your small intestine, where your bile, your digestive juices from your stomach hydrochloric acid, betaine, your pancreatic enzymes, all of them come together in that point. And it has to be an alchemy to have it all make the most energy for your body. So you need to have a really good absorption, assimilation in that part of your body, including in your large intestine, which assimilates a lot of stuff. The next thing is you have to have good detoxification. Your main organ of detoxification is your liver. And as you saw from the TCM model, everyone with cancer has a liver that's sluggish. So that's an organ you have to really focus on, get it working properly. And that takes time. You have also your large intestine. You have to make sure you don't have a toxic bowel and that you have enough fiber, you have the right kind of fiber, that you're going to the bathroom at the regular times, and you keep making sure that waste that's down there is getting out of your body instead of filtering back up through the portal vein back to your liver, putting a burden on. You have your skin that helps you with your detoxification. You have your kidneys. You have all these different organs or glands that have to be working properly to make sure you detoxify properly. If you are detoxifying properly, your immunity is going to be much stronger. So all these things that really a doctor can't do for you, you can only do for yourself. So this series puts together how you can do all this stuff, how you can make yourself extremely healthy. And lastly, it's your immune function, which is absolutely critical. The immune function can't have too much, bad critters in your body overrunning it. It has to be able to focus just on your cancer to eliminate it. In short, you have to have good digestion, good assimilation and absorption. You have to have good detoxification and good immunity. All of the books, over 100 books, I read them all of them break down to those 4 main factors. If you get those main factors on your side working for you, then you can easily defeat cancer. Bill Henderson, in his Cancer-Free book, Bill had interviewed 6,000 people. His wife died of a slow, painful death from chemo. And he was the owner, and he had originated a very large, successful corporation. So he put another one of his men in charge, and he devoted the rest of his life to helping people. So he would take phone calls from anybody in the world, collect or whatever, and you just tell him what natural protocol you used and that you got better. And he wanted to see which protocols people were using, and he really didn't go to the doctors. He just went to people where it worked. After interviewing 6,000 people, this is very, very important point. After 6,000 people, this is an exhaustive search that he did. He wasn't doing it for the money, he was doing it just to help people. He found that most cancers are easier to treat than type 2 diabetes. I know everybody's going to be absolutely floored hearing that, but I feel it's the truth. I got myself into remission. I just had to work my program and stay disciplined and stuff and do what I had to do, and I got myself in remission. I'm overworked. I'm still completely overworked. I'm trying to make a go of HA Funland and doing another business, or general contracting, and making this docuseries. So I definitely need to rest more, but I needed to get this series out there, I felt, to help you out there. Frankly, I've been doing this for over 2.5 years, this docuseries, and it's exhausting. And I'm coming around, I can see the finish line. And I'm very, very happy because it's been a lot of work to come up with a 10-part series. I'm not out to make any money. I have this open source, free to everybody. I will not take a penny for anything. I do this for spiritual reasons. So I know you're going to get better. I know you can learn from this series, and you can learn from other people as well. But stay positive. Get a program together. This will show you how to specifically get a program that's best for you. And get yourself into remission, and just know, absolutely know, that you are going to get better. Godspeed to all of you. I have love in my heart for you, and so does Jody. Good luck. Peace. love and unity to everyone. Goodbye.